Hello, fellow griever, and welcome to this special Down the Rabbit Hole series I'm calling Welcome to May. We're all mad here. If you're new here, I'm Melissa, a suicide loss survivor and a bereaved mom myself. I'm also a grief coach, a community leader, and the host of this particular podcast, The Leftover Pieces, Suicide Loss Conversations. And this month, this Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm doing something a little different. Every single day in May, I'm dropping a short 3 to 5 minute episode in this series. We're going to have just a moment together every day, just you and me and the truth, down inside the rabbit hole. Because let's face it, grief is not polite, and it doesn't play by the rules. And it doesn't really give a damn what month it is. But we do, because mental health matters every day, especially for us, grieving moms and people trying to make sense of a world that no longer makes sense. We're not going to get fluffy with inspiration and cliches here. You know me, no sugarcoating, just honest reflection and a dose of real talk and maybe a little bit of literary magic, courtesy of Alice in Wonderland. I've always loved Alice. If you've followed me at all, you know that just by the name of some of my episodes. My regular listeners know that I have this recurring segment I call Down the Rabbit Hole, because that's exactly what grief feels like, right? Disorienting, upside down, a little mad. So I thought, what better way to explore the messiness of mental health after loss than through the curious, confounding, and oddly wise world of Wonderland, and of course Alice. Each day I'll share a quote from Alice in Wonderland, or maybe through the looking glass, and we'll use it as a springboard. Some days we'll talk about identity. Some days we'll talk about anger or rage, maybe about stigma, or about drowning in our own tears, about not recognizing the person in the mirror anymore. Any of it's fair game. This will be a space, as it always is, for truth and reflection, for the hard stuff, and for the reminder that you're not alone, not in your madness and not in your mourning. So, if you're a griever, whether you're brand new to this or you've been carrying this loss for years, I hope you'll walk or even crawl through this month with me. Listen in when you can, save the episodes you need to, and share them with another grieving heart. We're all mad here, after all, but we don't have to be alone. Let's begin. So here we go. Week 1, day 1. Our quote that we're going to work off is, "Who in the world am I?" That's a great puzzle. That comes directly from Alice in Wonderland, chapter 2. And what it does is it kind of puts together this theme of navigating our own identity in the midst of this kind of traumatic grief. So grief dismantles our own identity. It dismantles our self-esteem. It dismantles so much about us, especially when you're talking about suicide loss. So what I want to do for today, in helping us think about who the world am I now, I want to be able to offer things that help us quell this anxiety that comes up in life. I want to offer a few simple grounding techniques. I'm going to offer 3 today. One of them is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. And in using that technique, it's really simple. You open your eyes and you look around you, and name 5 things you can see. And you have to look within the room or just out the windows. You don't have to get up and move around. It's just within your own sight field. 5 things you can see. Then list 4 things you can feel. the silkiness of your skin, the texture of materials, anything you can feel. 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and hopefully it's all good, and 1 thing you can taste. Now take a really deep breath to end. And the time that it takes to do this technique helps us get all of our 5 senses back to the present and off of the stressful situation. Another simple one is to hold something and really focus on it. So I don't know about you, but I keep a lot of crystals and things like that within my reach, even at my desk. So I could, for example, grab this amethyst crystal and put it into my full focus. I would look at the patterns, the colors, hopefully not the dust, hopefully the sparkliness, the color variances. Sometimes in crystals, I can get really lost by holding them up to the light, looking in them, seeing the different dimensions inside of them, the different lines. And to spend a couple of minutes doing this, also feeling those textures in our hands, feeling if it's heavy or light, and just putting all of our focus into that for a few minutes. And that's a way of letting go briefly. And the third way that you can do that I like to suggest, is an adrenaline-fueled energy burst. So run on the treadmill or the elliptical machine if you have one at home. Run up and down the stairs a few times. Take a 10-minute brisk walk outside, or if you're a runner, go for a 10-minute jog. You can also clean up your kitchen, your house, your backyard, and turn on the music and channel that extra energy into something. And there's always just dancing around the house while listening to music. If you can do this for an hour, oh man, the fuel you'll get from that. But even if you only have 10 minutes, just 10 minutes to refocus and get our energy back to center. So the last tip I want to offer today before we end today's tip is I want you to think about doing something to take care of yourself. I plan to release these going forward in the morning, so you have all day. I know this first one's probably not going to be released until May 1st in the evening. But going forward, I'm going to release one every morning, just like I did in January. And if you just have a few minutes tonight, I want you to plan even 5 or 10 minutes after you listen to this to take a bubble bath or a walk, or take 10 minutes curled up with your favorite book. Just do something to take care of you. And doing these types of things get us a long way to figuring out, who in the world am I now? See you back down here in the rabbit hole tomorrow.